Hi, everybody. My name is Margaret Duffy, and I am so glad to be here and so glad that you are here. Welcome to my channel. This is a wake up call, and it's not from me, it's from yourself. I think we're all waking up, but we need to do it in partnership and come together. I think we've just felt exhausted and disconnected and just overwhelmed by what's happening in the world, overwhelmed with what's sometimes happening for ourselves. And it's like something inside of us quietly asking, sometimes noisily asking, for more. If that's true, then this video is for you. So I, again, I'm just really glad you're here, and I'm glad I'm here. So I will tell you guys that I've been struggling because I want to do this perfectly, and I want to do it the right way. And I don't know if any of you guys can relate to this, but I'm tired of that. I'm tired of trying to do it the way that somebody else prescribed. And even though I've done all of this research on the correct way to do a YouTube channel and how to get your message across and what it needs to look like, the truth is, I just need to get on here because I'm being called to do it. And for me, it's a part of my soul's journey, it's a part of my discovery. But I also really feel strongly that I'm here to connect with you guys. I am here to meet my soul group one on one and talk and have a conversation, an important conversation that we're not talking about because I think people are afraid of it. And that is the power that we each hold within us. I want to help women return to themselves, to remember who they truly are, just as I want to know myself and to truly be the deepest Margaret that I can be. This space that I want to create, it's about spiritual growth, self self connection and self confidence, but real confidence, you guys. I think it's like real belief in who we are, in our integrity, in our ability to heal ourselves, taking personal responsibility for ourselves and making real change, right? And not just for us, for the animals on the earth, for the planet, right? For each other, really committing to that. And I believe, and this is the thing that I think is missing, is that I think this all begins inside of us. We have been told forever that there's an answer and the answer is outside of us. And we go looking for that answer. We're looking for something that's going to light us up, that's going to fill our cup. We're told as women, and that's who I'm speaking to. I mean, in this lifetime I'm a woman. And this is the thing that I think it's the divine feminine right now that has been capped and hidden and um, not brought to the surface and not respected, not loved, and not nourished. And we are at this time in history. We're at this time, I think, in our personal history, and we're definitely at this time in the history of the world where we need to step forward. And when I say the divine feminine, that's anyone that identifies with the divine feminine, because it's within all of us. Every being that's on the face of the earth has the divine in them, and every being has masculine and feminine. But the feminine has just been squashed and it's been quieted. But we are powerful. And that to me is the reason that we're coming together. And it impacts everything that we do, right? I I haven't always trusted myself. I have not always known what I needed inside of me. It has taken me a long time to nurture it. And again, I get stopped up by my own story and my own messages that of not being worthy or not being good enough. For a long time, I've needed help. There's nothing wrong with needing help. But what I want to say is I want you guys to know you can follow teachers. You can listen. I've listened to teachers. I've been to done podcasts. I've done research. I've done therapy. I've done all of these different things. But the problem a lot of the time is somebody else saying that they knew what was best for me. And what I am saying is nobody knows what's best for you except for you. And what I would like to do is us to work together to grow that and to really nourish the interconnection, because I think it's the thing that's missing for us. So I'm gonna talk about things. I'm gonna suggest things. I'm gonna share my story, and there are things that have worked for me that might not work for you. That is okay, because you're gonna find your own voice and you're gonna find the thing that speaks to you. I do think that people that come to this channel and come back, that we're gonna have a commonality and that we're gonna have a similar tone and ideas, and we're going to generate ideas together. I don't feel like this is me doing something. I think this is us doing something. That is what excites me, and that is what I want on my growth path right now, on my soul's journey right now. That's what I want, is to connect with you guys, because we are we are deeply similar. We're beautifully deeply similar, and we're also very unique. So in everything that I share, right? Take what works, but don't feel like everything has to work. And when I'm sharing with you what has worked for me, what has helped open me up, when I share my guides, when I share my story, I want you to know that it's only like a knock on the door for each of us, right? The wake up call. It's only a knock on the door to remember our own essence, our own story, our own path, our own way. It's never to do it exactly like somebody else, because it just doesn't work that way. But we can help each other remember who we are, and we can help each other remember where we're going and what we want. And so I just am excited. Your soul will know what belongs to you, and it will leave the rest. I think the most important thing I can ever teach you is to learn how to connect with yourself. It is the essence of my work, and it is the essence of my work throughout my career, is to encourage people and to help people see their inherent value, to know their worth, to know their divinity, and to remember it and to live it, like just infuse it in your life. And I have not always done that. I came from trauma. I came from, a um, a hard story. I picked a lot of work this time around, and I have gotten lost along the way at times and been in a lot of pain. But I think it was necessary for me, for my path and my story to come to to learn that way, and to having gone through that. I do believe, though, that we are in a time in history where pain is not the only way to learn. We can learn from each other. We can learn through joy. We can learn through community. We can learn through fellowship. We can learn through our shared experience. We can learn to listen within. So we're going to talk about a lot of things: meditation and gratitude and self-care and routines and and morning rituals, right? We're going to talk about all of that stuff, right? Because I want to acknowledge that they're all things that I have done to help me connect with myself. And we're going to hopefully stop beating ourselves up, stop feeling unworthy, stop feeling not good enough. We're going to encourage each other to start believing in who we are, believing in our essence, folding into that, And there are ways to do that. And there are ways to do that that don't have to be as painful. It is time to become constructive. It's time to start building ourselves up. Because this is the thing, you guys. You are not broken. You are simply remembering.